Episode 2 begins with Han, who was inside his domain. In the domain, it's written how many grasshoppers are about to blast. You can see the total here is 1990, and the normal ones were around 40 crores or maybe 40 lakhs. Something like that. Our main character also says, nice, I still have plenty. And looking at the goblins he killed earlier, he checks what items he got. Here's a whole list of the items he collected. He says, nice, these items are really good. This turned out to be quite beneficial. But then he remembers, that guy said both his parents are at demigod level, and they'll come for revenge. And he was telling the truth. Revenge is definitely coming. So he needs to be careful and prepare before their arrival. He decides to exchange some of the useless items. There's even an option to exchange stuff. As he exchanges, someone offers him a fire crystal. He thinks, what's the use of a fire crystal? Then he reads the details. The fire crystal can increase the blast abilities. And since his grasshoppers also blast, he should take the fire crystal. So he takes the fire crystal and uses it to further improve all of his grasshoppers. He says, all right, they're improved. Now let me try it out. As he tests it, the explosion is even stronger than before. He says, nice, it was a good decision to take the fire crystal. Now I need to boost all of my grasshoppers as soon as possible, because I've got to deal with his parents too. Now we turn to the father, who's also giving a threat, saying, listen, my son's entire core has been destroyed. He's become useless because of one of the kids from your class. Even the teacher says, what's our fault? Your son was the one who first tried to destroy his core. They fought, and your son's core was destroyed. It's neither our fault nor anyone else's. The father responds, oh, so you're saying it's my son's fault? And you teachers won't take any responsibility here? How can you not take responsibility? From the back, the mother also says, yes, they need to take responsibility and bring the boy who destroyed the core. We'll punish him. Back to our main character, who's happy with his grasshoppers. Just then, he gets a call from the director. He answers, what's up, director? The director says, do you remember the core you destroyed? His parents are here, and they said they'll punish you. The scene cuts to half an hour earlier, where the mother says, bring that kid out now. The school says, sorry, we can't expel him. He hasn't broken any rules. The parents argue, how can you say he hasn't broken any rules? He destroyed my son's divine core and rendered him useless, and you're saying he didn't break any rules? He's a criminal. Expel him immediately. The school explains, listen, your son always recognized him and targeted him. He was the first to enter his domain to destroy his core. That means the boy isn't at fault. It's entirely your son's fault. The mother, enraged, says, what do you mean it's all my son's fault? You're wrong. Whether you expel him or not, the director says, sorry, we won't be expelling the boy. The father responds, okay, if you won't expel him, fine, but I will have my revenge for what happened to my son. Bring that boy here and we'll have a match. If he wins, he wins. If he loses, well, you know the rest. So she says, okay, fine. Now, coming back to when he got the call, she says, his father has issued a challenge. He wants to have a match with you, just like what you did with his son. Although the son had just awakened, the father is at demigod level. Do you understand what kind of trouble this could cause? Can you handle it? Our main character replies, yes, I can handle it. Thanks for telling me. He thinks to himself, all right, now even the father has issued a challenge. I need to increase the power of my domain as much as I can. All the grasshoppers, get ready. So he starts practicing with the grasshoppers and sacrifices quite a few normal ones as well. In return, 3 options appear before him. The first option is a demon eye, which will alert him if anyone tries to sneak up or enter his domain without permission. The second is a fire crystal, which will greatly enhance his fire abilities. The third option is an incredible sword warrior. Our main character says, sword warrior, I want the sword warrior. And there it is, an old man, the greatest sword warrior. The old man says, listen, I'm a sword warrior, but I don't have a sword. I need one. Our main character says, you just need a sword? I'll get you one right now. He looks at the many swords he has, and the best one costs 50 points, so he buys it. He hands it over and asks, how do you like it? The old man says, it's nice, but I've got 4 arms, so I need 4 swords to unleash my full power. Our main character says, you need 4 swords? I just gave you one, and it cost 50 points. That means the other 3 will cost 150 points in total. Man, 150 points isn't a small amount. I don't even have that much right now. The scene shifts to the girl, who is sitting in a secluded area cultivating. She starts having flashbacks from her childhood, when she was drowning in the water. At that time, our main character had come and saved her from drowning, but she had been unconscious, and he had given her mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. She still feels embarrassed about it, and the anger from that incident lingers even today. She sits there, pouting angrily, thinking to herself, how many times have I told him to become my servant? My family could provide for him. My grandfather is at the true god level, and we have a total of 17 members, including my parents, who are at demigod level. We could all support him, but this idiot refuses to become my servant. Just then, our main character calls her. She answers, "What is it, you idiot? Have you finally agreed to become my servant? Come on, become my servant already." Our main character responds, "Nah, I'm not going to become your servant." She asks, "Why not? Do you think just because you defeated that boy, it's all over? You might have blasted those grasshoppers and beaten the boy, but you won't be able to defeat his father or anyone else for that matter." To this, our main character says, "Okay, fine," and cuts the call. The girl, confused and frustrated, thinks to herself, "What just happened? Am I the crazy one? I keep getting angry over little things. I should call him back." So she calls him again. Our main character picks up and says, "What is it?" She replies, "Nothing. You said you needed something earlier. What is it?" Our main character says, "I need a few points. Can you give me some?" She replies, "Yeah, sure." So our main character borrows some points from her and buys 3 more swords, giving them to the sword master. He says, "Look, I'm giving you these on loan, so don't let me down." The sword master replies, Yeah, I won't disappoint you." The next day, at school, all the kids are gossiping, saying, "This guy actually came. I thought he wouldn't show up since he's about to battle that guy's father, who's at demigod level. I have no idea what's going to happen to him." The girl also arrives and says, "Yesterday, you borrowed some points from me. I know you're using them to increase your power for the battle against his father. But his father is at demigod level. How will you even stand a chance?" Our main character calmly replies, "What else can I do? I have to fight, don't I? The challenge has already been made, and there's no other way." The girl offers, "There is another way. Become my servant. My grandfather is at true god level, and my family has tons of members at demigod level. That guy's father won't be able to touch you if you join my family." But our main character brushes her off, saying, "I'm not becoming your servant. Just sit down. I'll handle it." She replies, "Okay, fine." Meanwhile, some of the boys in the class are burning with jealousy. Man, that beautiful girl gives him so much attention, but he doesn't even care. If she made me her servant, heck, even her dog, my life would be set. But nope, she doesn't even notice us. A little while later, the teacher and the parents arrive. The teacher points to the main character and says, He's the one who destroyed it." The parents get furious, with the mother shouting, "You ruined it, you brat, I'll kill you." The father calms her down, saying, "Relax, we're here for a challenge." The teacher calls out to the main character, "What are you sitting there for? Get up, let's start the battle." But our main character says, "Wait for the director to get here first." The teacher scoffs. "The director? She's not going to come to a student fight like this. I'm here, so let's just get started." Just then, the director arrives and says, "Why wouldn't I come to see this boy's battle?" The teacher, surprised, stammers, "Oh, I didn't think you'd come since you're so busy at all." The father, ready to begin, says, Yeah, let's start the battle." He asks our main character, "Are you ready?" Our main character confidently replies, "Yes, I was born ready." The father says, "That's what I like to hear. Let's start." He draws his card and enters our main character's domain. Now, the son had goblins, but the father, he's got wolves, and not just any wolves, but massive ones. I've seen many wolves before, but these are the toughest I've ever seen. And with that, the chapter ends. We'll see what happens in the battle with the father in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.